Most people don't realize they should have this type of content at the end of every YouTube video. Okay. But here's Trisha. She's got her backup channel. Let's see what kind of crap she's been posting. All right, and here's her stories. We're going to catch up with her today. Trisha's on like one of her journeys once again to, show off a lot of her fan love. We stand Trisha Paytas in this household. This guy's fucking pointless. I mean, he's actually useless to life. This guy's probably has his dick inside this pillow. I mean, like, imagine, like, I don't know. You're dating somebody. You go in there, you're like, what the fuck is that? Okay, every pillow is Trisha eating. What the fuck? Okay. Pizza on pizza. And this actually looks like a joke. Like, this actually looks like they're making fun of Trish. A collage of Trish with her fat fucking mouth, devouring entire phones, eating a dog, eating pizza, eating more of, like, the worst shit you could ever, put inside your stomach. And Trisha loves it. She loves it. Allegedly. So Skylar, she's doxing people left and right. Somebody go check this page out. Ask her what's going on. Okay? Is she joking or is she being serious? Malibu, has got her first water, square of water. There's not going to be a fish in there ever. Because if they ever got fish in their house, I think, like, they're doomed for a life of never existing beyond a week. It won't be taken care of. Trish will go in there and eat it at night like some type of fucking wild animal. You can't trust Trish with, like, anything nice. I guess, apparently, rumor came out, Trisha Paytas, forced Moses, well, we've already seen this, we already knew this, Moses had these cats. Well, I guess Trisha Paytas pawned the cats off to the Dan from H3. So Daniel from H3, the assistant or whatever, executive producer of the show, is in possession of, Moses's cats that he had at his house. So it's nice to know they weren't exterminated. I would love to know if they were, at least one of them was killed. Because I don't think that Dan took them all in. Wasn't there numerous cats? I can't imagine Dan's, like, got like 45 different felines running around in his house. And Moses is the type of person that just fucking, would take food across his whole house like a fucking demonic fucking outline to keep a demon out, okay? Just outline the house in a circle of cat food and probably had hundreds of cats there. Trisha ran them off with her toes, her feet kicking and kicking. Here's a cool, disgusting fucking thing that Trisha loves to do, showing off her children's feet. Okay, it's not a good look. I mean, this is bullshit. And I don't know who's responsible for this shit. Once again, Trisha's got one of her clodhoppers hanging out. This crust. Mollywhopper right here. Okay. And then, not only does Trisha have her feet in the picture, she's got Malibu's! And what does it take? What does it take to decide to do this? What's swimming through Trisha's head? She thinks it's okay
to do this.
Wow. Okay, and she constantly does it too. It's nothing new. Trisha knows people are watching, people are judging. The fact that, like, she's cool with showing off her kids' bare feet is, disturbing in itself. So, really bizarre stuff. I can't believe Trisha posted the same picture of bread again. We've seen this picture. It's been done. Okay, so Trisha's, like, trying to trick people. Make them think she's eating healthy. Trisha thinks this is a salad. She's like, guys, I'm not having this covered in cheese and delicious bacons and, Funyuns and sugar and stuff. No, Trisha usually has a sandwich slathered in, like, some type of chocolate syrup or any other type of disgusting, greasy shit. Okay? Anna says Moses hates Dan, so I'm surprised that, maybe Moses fucking, wasn't aware that the cats were, I don't know, okay? Moses is completely useless. Today we're actually going to see Moses get cucked. I'm excited, okay? There's something coming up in this podcast, If anybody knows the time code, I saw the clip on Twitter. But Trisha does what we would call classic shit. Classic Trish at this point, okay? Talking about fucking, her desires for other people outside of Moses sexually. And right in front of him. She does it all the time. So Trisha's run out of things to post, so we just have gone to reposting the same meals. We've seen this. This is probably about the 4th time I've seen this fucking grease pit. Delicious stuff and like super organically healthy for, a stomach that, Trisha's trying to slim down, okay, and get in healthy condition. This usually does the exact opposite and keeps it swollen to the max. Okay, look at this. Now, she thinks she just had a side salad with these chives on the side, or whatever the fuck it is. That chives. Unreal. Here's her mom forced to, die in one of Trisha's closets because of all the folding and packing of her garbage shit. Now, Trisha has come out, folks, she's came out with merch. I forgot it was even a thing. I'm glad that, she posted it in the story. Let's go to Trisha's, let's go to her fucking Patreon real quick. I wouldn't know where to fucking, where this shit's sold at. Maybe it's showing the link on here. Mama got backup. So Trish has finally come out with, stuff she can, scam more with. Trisha's constantly looking for a way to make more money. Back when Ethan Klein and her had a big old time show, big podcast, they did what, the Kleins, anybody does. It has these numbers. They want to make more money. And with popularity, you could take the lust that people have for you and the desire to, collect stuff from you in the form of merch. Okay? They made merch. They made Sad Boy merch and, Frenemies merch. Okay? The dollars were coming in until they stopped. And Trish is constantly looking for a scam and scheme. Let's go to her Patreon. Let's see, what the price is on these fucking hush puppies. Now, they could be, there could be a trick going on. There could be a trick going on where, you can only acquire these garbage shirts that are, pressed on fucking bullshit. If you pay for a certain tier on Patreon. Now, where's it at? Okay, so I'm not seeing it here. Let's see if there's some... Okay, well, I'm just doing, the dumbest shit ever. Trisha Paytas. Fucking bitch! Merch. I mean, it's probably on Twitter or something, but... Okay, I don't fucking see it. It's got to be in this story. So, here's her new merch. Her mom's folding it up, getting ready to send it out to the masses. Really disgusting. They're, look for a fun package in your mailbox soon. So I'm sure people are at the edge of their seat getting ready to get a Gildan shirt. Okay. And I also heard that Trisha's only selling quad XL, big old shirts. Okay. She's probably already sold out of the biggest shirts they had to offer. I don't even think Trisha Paytas has a small or medium in sight with this collection, this merch collection. Just very salty whenever she sees small. That's why she usually pretends to buy Malibu's clothes. Fucking goddamn it. Pretends to buy Malibu's clothes and just puts them back on the rack because they're so small they make her jealous. So it's not a good look. Her mom's exhausted. Her shoulder, her elbows crusted up to shit. She's pinning her arm. She's trying to get some workers' comp right now. Crush her. And look at this demonic look. This is fucking scarier than hell. Okay, we're not into it. And here's that. This is probably some sex shit. Trisha sprayed all over this bed, pissed the bed or something, or, did some type of, liquid came out of here, so it would make sense. Oh my God, look at this. Gosh darn it. And, this is disturbing stuff. I don't know why people do this. I see it all the time where, is this a Snapchat thing or something? Or what is it where, I see people do, it's a quick revert. And maybe it's an iPhone. Thing you can do with an iPhone where, it films in reverse and slow-mo. I don't know. I really don't know. So Trish has got this dog shit charcoal all over her face, probably for, an upcoming video, podcast or something. And she's wiping herself down. Instead of taking a shower, we just take her disgusting toilet or rag. One of Trisha's famous dirt rags that, she uses over and over and over again to clean herself off. Trisha's very opposed and allergic to cleaning herself because she can't bend over or find the energy to scrub. So just wiping this off, getting this shit off her face, just saved her, for another few weeks, gave her a break. Now she can go like 3 or 4 weeks without a shower, okay? Without the worry. So, good stuff. Let's head into this. Here's the new episode of the show. Now, let me see if I can go through these time codes and find something. So Trisha talks on here. It's a little bit of some spicy stuff coming up. Now, I didn't watch the Tana one. I actually really could care less. I'm sure it's just fabulous to hear. Mr. Beast defends. Okay. Tati Westbrook will not come on just Trish. Bridget. Oh, this is starting.
Normalize changing her mind,
Normalize, yeah. Normalize talking about people you don't know. You know what I mean? Like, and then once you get to know.
Oh, whoa. So we've heard this once again. Now, fuck, I'm so glad, man. Sometimes, like, people just say things that they probably didn't, they wish they could take back because it reminds me of things I need to bring up. Recently, on one of my Trisha Paytas videos, I had what we would call one of the strangest comments I've ever had in my life. I've had a lot of psychos that hop into the comments and, live their greatest fantasy talking to their self and making the greatest jokes, and they're winning. They're always dunking, okay? Now, in this video right here, no, it's not this one. It's the one after this. It's this one, I think. Yeah, the Ted Division. Look in the comments. I had what we would really spooky paranormal comment in here. Is this the right one? Yes, it is. Okay, so this person down here, Canopy Lions, did what most people do. Like, people think the greatest fucking thing to say, like comeback or like, gotcha thing to say is being like, she isn't going to notice you. Listen, bitch. She sees, okay? If you've lived in a land of, psychosis and worry about people exposing you left and right, have gone so far to shut down an entire Reddit, I'm pretty fucking sure that, like, you check every corner and crevice of any type of snark. This being the best type of snark because I fucking rule, and, what the fuck? I mean, anybody would want to watch this. Canopy Lion says, Trish isn't going to notice you, okay? So that's a typical thing I see. People are, like, so concerned with letting me know I'm not going to be seen. Now, do I give a fuck? No, I don't care. Nate, did you see Trish on Tana's TikTok? No, I didn't. Let's go to that real quick. I'm going to pull that up for after this. This is still early. I kind of want to go at least 4 hours tonight. We'll see. Tana Monjo. Pull her up. There she is. Okay, have her on the side. Okay, got her pulled up. Make sure nothing's playing. Okay, cool. So let's go back to, where was I at? I was in this video. So this person, Canopy Lion, says, Trish isn't going to notice you. Obsess over someone who is not so out of your league. Someone ugly. So imagine, like, actually having these types of thought processes. Like, there are certain people out here that, like, can't help it. They have mental retardation. They have missing chromosomes. They have small webbed feet. Okay, they got every fucking wrong feature, and, they're fucked up from it mentally forever. And, just because they were, born into this world, terrible thing. So, but then there are some people out here that are just delusional. They're psychopaths, and, like, no matter what, they're A1, even though, like, we're talking about a monster. Is still, like, their number one love in this world. You could be a fan of somebody, but you could also be a demented fan, which is like the type of people that kill you. Trisha Paytas, the only person, the people that aren't going to get noticed the most are her own fans. I think the people that get noticed, quicker than anybody giving her love are the people that give her hate, okay? Nobody likes to be critiqued, okay? Everybody's always peeking around the corner whenever they hear somebody talking shit about them. They might pretend they don't watch, okay? And even if they don't, they are still aware of the allegations and shit talking. So we'll go to this. We'll go to her family channel. We'll find a nice crusty video of Trish. Now, this is hey guys. This is from 3 years ago. It doesn't matter. This is actually when Trish is supposed to be looking better. So we'll go back into time whenever Trish thought she was a goddess. And this is what the commenter assumes is utter beauty. You know, when you say someone, why not obsess over somebody not so out of your league? I mean, this is what kind of league like? This is like what a trash can ends up having sex with. You know, Trisha Paytas is always outside making love to the dumpster. Okay, I'm talking about like opening it up, looking for leftovers, any type of scraps or something. Whenever she has one of them nights where she just can't stop filling her gut, pathetic. Like I'm talking like. These are like, something you'd see in Skyrim, like a ghoul or something, like inside the cave. These are the type of ears that Trisha has. She has terrible ears. She's covered with red marks up the wazoo. This is Trisha's actual skin. It's boiling, it's pus, it's red, it's shitty. And, the person in the comments is like, very suspicious. Especially when you say somebody ugly. Why I'm saying that is, the coming comments. Oh, I didn't even write anything else on here. So somebody, here comes Gladys. Gladys being one of the OG listeners of the show. We don't see her much. We're not granted with, her specialty a lot, except for like whenever I see her hop into the comments. So it's nice to see we got people out here protecting me from psychos. So when I see crazy demented shit like this, the only thing I want to say to them, and actually just like it's the only thing I can say, because I don't want to seem like a terrible person and have gun emojis, me shooting you away from me when you're coming after me with one of your psycho blades. I said, I hope you're not driving. That being, I hope you're not driving with fucking retard talk like this. Like, this is crazy person talk. Like, nobody in this entire... I mean, you could take somebody that looks just like her and show a picture of Trisha to them, they're going to turn away. They're going to be grossed out by her. Okay, this is disgusting. And she says, and then this is what's very disturbing. And we looked a little bit into this, but we'll read this slowly. So after she said, Trish isn't going to notice you, obsess over someone who's not so out of your league, someone ugly. I asked her, I said, I hope you're not driving. The next thing she said, I'm assuming it's a she, it's Canopy Lions. They said, as if you don't want me drunk. Now, what does that even fucking mean? Like, this is bizarre. Like, there is no talking of drinking. There's no talking of lusting over a random purple sea person in the comments and wanting to have sex with them. Like, I don't understand this, as if you don't want me drunk. And then proceeds to say, that's the only way you can get any. Oh, we have edited. Okay, so this is Trisha Paytas here. I don't want to be like, a paranoid Nelly or somebody that like, assumes that like Trisha's got 1,000 different alts. She has a bunch of warriors that barely ever do shit. I always thought there'd be more consequences with, making fun of her as much as I do. There's nothing happening. It's just people upset. And it actually gives me the energy and, desire to want to make more content about her. Okay. You're really doing the reverse. It's the reverse effect. So your comments actually are the worst thing that could ever happen. And it says, as if you don't want me drunk. It's the only way you can get any. So, I mean, I'm assuming this is Trisha Paytas saying you as if I wouldn't want her drunk to have sex. This is gross. All right. So exposed. Trisha Paytas is in the comments with alt accounts. Let's check her out in this new episode of the show.
Normalize.
Oscar looking fucking dreadful with these fucking stupid eyes, his pathetic balding head. And what's really funny is like, I'm sure her audience isn't stupid. I mean, I know they're fucking stupid, but I think they're smart enough to know what we got going on here, the trickery. Oscar's got this comb over because his hair is all the way back, man. It ends right here. This is where his hairline has receded back to. And it probably goes around. There's like a nice horseshoe. So he's got this like, fascinating fucking mechanism that's probably taped to his head to keep his hair in one position to make him look like some type of demented fucking hobbiton type of Peter Parker.
Changing your mind,
Normalize talking about people you don't know. You know what I mean? Like, and then once you get to know them, you take it back. You know what I mean?
Okay, so Trisha Paytas has got her trunks out a lot like our fabulous Jelly Roll. We just saw a Jelly Roll a minute ago having what we would call fucking giant tree trunks for legs. Trisha Paytas is the only person that can actually blow his fucking massive legs out of the water. If there was a competition, Trisha would be on that fucking middle stand with a gold fucking award for having the fattest legs we got around town. Okay? The camera is usually doing its magical stuff, and Trisha's probably got like some type of skin tone fucking stocking on to hide all the bumps, cracks, and crevices. We caught her on Instagram, busted by, you know, their fantastic fucking employees that work at Instagram. Found out that like one of her pictures, and they labeled it as using AI. And I wish there was more of that happened on, like, you know, the reader's context you'll see on a tweet. You might even see it, like, I've seen it actually on YouTube videos before. If you're, like, doing some psycho, like, flat earth content, I'm sure there'll be, like, a reader's content or context down here that's like, yeah, you're a fucking retard, okay? It's not real. The world is not flat. But anyways, Trisha's, you know, using all sorts of, magical tricks, filters to hide the scars, the bruises, okay? Her skin breaking apart from dryness. Trisha Paytas' her hands are like second to, like, you know, a skeleton's hand. It's all disgusting and deformed, fat, plumper than shit. I mean, this is literally like a squid's tentacles put together. Like, you know, the hand that pops out of the table at in the movie Beetlejuice. That's what Trisha Paytas' hands look like.
I mean,
if I got to know Kendall Jenner, she was a lovely
exactly.
girl.
You might think she's your bestie.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, you know what? I said that you were uninteresting and I liked you the least, but I like you now.
Her name is She's got the dish and all the gossip's filthy rich, pretty and pink, hot topic.
Okay, that's Trisha getting wheezed out. Like, I can imagine Trish when she gets to the top of the stairs. Okay, and that's like the sound she makes is falling forward. Okay, just crushing the fucking last 3 stairs on the stairs.
Says what everybody thinks she's just strange.
Hello, mesdames et messieurs, and good evening. It's
Okay, Trisha's head is looking bigger than hell. I mean, looking fucking ginormous. Okay, a lot like like a troll or something you'd see in an Ernest Scared Straight. Or no, was it Ernest Scared Stupid? Troll edition? Like in one of the Ernest movies, there was fucking trolls. Okay, troll. Okay, here we go. Ernest. Ernest had a troll problem. You could say, like, you know, this is actually one of Trisha's great descendants or Trish herself. They kind of look like the same fucking thing, man. Double nose, double boogers, covered in slime. You know, this is like one of those things when she pops out. Okay, trying to play peekaboo with Malibu. This is all Malibu sees. It's fucking scary. Okay, not a good look.
welcome and bienvenue. Welcome. Hey, it's just Trish. Wow, what a morning. What a morning. Aside from the fact that we're skinny and you can't even see us, like,
Yeah, we don't believe it, okay? I don't know what kind of what we're huffing on today. Trisha's like, we're skinny. No, you're fucking not, man. You're out of your mind. That's what's going on is your fucking blood flow is thinned out. It's not making its route all the way up here correctly. We're losing cells by the second talking like this. Coming out with this loop. This thing is torrential. This is like a solar flare. Not a cool look. And Trisha's got these psychotic, you know, delulu eyes right now. Okay, you usually see stuff like this in some type of an asylum or something. Running up to the fucking door, licking it. Okay, it's not a good look.
what a morning. Aside from the fact that we're skinny and you can't even see us, like.
Yeah, we don't believe it, okay? And now Trisha Paytas is probably taking some good old drugs, okay? She's on that grapefruit fucking binge right now. Now, Trish will end up looking like everybody's favorite Tammy Slayton from All the Loose Skin. Trish will take Ozempic, lose the weight, okay? I'm talking like to overtake it. It'll happen. Trisha Paytas will pill herself up to lose the weight. There is no exercising involved. I'm sure the doctor was like, yeah, you got to do something else besides take this pill or it will not work. You'll still be fat as fuck. Okay, you might slender a little bit. Your appetite might fucking, you know, slim down, but you're still going to be fat as fuck. Tammy Slayton had what we would call a stomach suction surgery, okay? And now she just looks like flat. She looks kind of like just some type of fat flab creature, as you can see right here. You know, people are like thinking this is the greatest thing that ever happened to reality TV. This is fucking bullshit and scary, okay? Keep your kids away from this.
Or Tammy Slayton.
So get ready. Trisha will have her deflated, what we would call arc coming up soon. Okay, coming to a YouTube video. Pretty soon we'll start to see this happening. I love it, okay? I can't wait until Trisha's fucking deflated like this. It's all that loose skin. Okay, it's gonna start dripping into the fucking couch cushions, the cracks.
Hearing.
And like, Oscar, what are you doing?
Skinny,
Okay?
and you can't even see us like disappearing.
You think it's fucking funny, dude? You look even if you got skinny, you're still gonna be relying on magical medical fucking syringes to go inside and create a face you don't have. Oscar's guilty as charged for having fucking goddamn, going to the doctor, getting injections, getting filler, because he's pathetic and gross looking on the outside. If you guys have ever seen what Oscar looks like back in the day, he was about as pathetic as they come. He was one of those people that, would wear a backpack 24/7. He's one of them backpack people. Even when he got out of school, he was still walking around with a backpack. Oscar Gracie, already in my search bar. Now, here's one of the images before he got locked up. This is back in the day when he had a full head of hair, as you can see. This is fucking one hell of a look. I'm into it. I love it. Okay, like a little troll guy. But here's his fake look. Now, I've been blocked on his Instagram. As you can see, no Instagram pops up for me. This is how fucked up, the world, technology is. My computer is hip to me being blocked on his Instagram. So when I type his name in, no pictures from Instagram pop up, just X pictures. Luckily, it doesn't matter. I don't need the power of his garbage Instagram and his posts, his crap. Okay, the only fucking other place where he can, creep around, be upset. But this is what he really looks like. When the lights are off, the cameras are off, we don't have AI tech. Oscar's hairline back then was quad. I mean, I'm talking like quadriplegic, man. This thing is fucking useless. Can't even, it's, the only movement it has is just degenerating and becoming more bald. Okay. And, there's even more embarrassing pictures. I saw one that was, blew my fucking rockers off, if I could find it. It's probably one of my favorite pictures of Oscar that he probably doesn't want out there. You thought this was embarrassing. Let me see if I can find it. This is fucking dreadful right here. Imagine looking like that, okay? And people are, this is a TikTok fucking screenshot. It says, how old do you think Oscar Gracie is? Damn, dude. It's not a good look. And this is the best picture of him. This is reality outside of a fucking Hollywood vision. Okay, so pathetic. That's why Trisha Paytas hired him, because he's a fucking useless bag of shit. Oh, we're still on slow motion.
And I have been skinny this weekend. Usually we do a pizza and pasta cheat day, but I just went straight through.
And what kind of skinny person is still posting fat fucking content? Right? I mean, what person's out here being like, I'm losing weight, I'm on my journey, I'm flexing on people, I'm growing and glowing, okay? I'm trying to manifest a different fucking lifestyle and a different, fucking eating habit. Then you just post on your Instagram story, greasy steaks and fries.
Grapefruit. I was like, we're going to order pizza tonight. I'm like, I'm having grapefruit. And then I get agitated because I'm like, and then I had one piece of corn on the cob for dinner on Saturday night. So I feel like
Wait, hold on. Oscar's like, whoa. Because he's probably going to check that toilet.
We do a pizza and pasta cheat day, but I just went straight through with the grapefruit. I was like, we're going to order pizza tonight. I'm like, I'm having grapefruit. And then I get agitated because I'm like, and then I had one piece of corn on the cob for dinner on Saturday night. So I feel like I've been just skinny. But I did.
How's that skinny? You're having one piece of corn cob dipped in fucking a pool of butter. She's not just having corn cob. She's dunking that shit into a bucket of liquid butter.
Do eat a regular meal throughout the day just so people don't think I'm like starving myself, because I'm sure that's what everyone was scared of. Anyways, I don't know why we started off like that, but you guys, we have merch today. We're all wearing merch. We look like now we look like a crew.
Yes.
Just
Wow, look at you. Are you excited? Look at this cool merch we got. You know, I've never seen anything more generic in my life. Like, you know, why did it take this long? They took this long to fucking drop, you know, what people have probably been asking for. And now they're just getting slapped in the face with a disgusting Hanes pink shirt. Trisha wearing the only size it fits, humongous. Okay? And then we got this ironed on mirrored text that looks like Trisha's logo for her podcast. Can you imagine actually seeing one of these in public? I would just love, I would almost pay somebody just to, like, you know, meet up with me. I have to see this in public. I have to see this with my own fucking eyes.
hey, we're all wearing.
You know, and then slowly look back up at them and fucking, I'm just kidding, I'm kidding. I look back up at them and I'm like, what is this shit? Are you happy about this? You happy with your purchase? It's flaking off. This text is not going to last. This shirt is fucking doomed in a regular washing machine.
We look like now we look like a
And
crew.
this is the other one. This is the other one. We have the most basic fucking circle Just Trish crap ever. And what is she selling this for?
Just Trish crew.
Well, speaking of crew,
Hanes is 2 name brand, so it's got to be. I'm talking like, what could it be? It ain't jerseys. Jerseys is outlawed. There's got to be like some type of Zing Chai or some DH Gate, like, you know, e-commerce running this shit. Here's the website. Let me click on this real quick. I got to be very careful. I don't want my Google always has my information pop up. Unfortunately, we cannot accept returns, it says. Shop now. Let's check out the prices, folks. It's sold out. Okay, lucky her. It's her lucky day. So we've actually been on here before. Trisha Paytas is overselling a bedazzled cup. Okay, the Just Trisha Paytas mug. It isn't a fucking, you know, that the one that you think it is. It's not that Stanley cup. It's a false one, a knockoff. So you're paying $180 for something you could get at Party City for about $5. Okay, like this is bullshit. These are made in factories in seconds. $180. And like she still has fans. Fans are like, dude, she can't do any wrong. You just paid $180 for something you're going to fucking backwash into. And like after one fucking or two runs through the washing machine, the dishwasher, all these little beads are going to start slowly coming off. And this thing's going to look like it got hit by a grenade. Fucking wretched, man. And then Pupukaka says you're not supposed to wash it like that, Trish. Moses is a feeder. He definitely is. Moses is probably fucking very upset that Trish is taking these pills. And AI's been involved here. She's looking like as dreadful as her mom. She actually, you know, imagine looking worse than your mom. Okay? So here she is with this $30 Just Trish pink t-shirt. Okay, and, you know, can I click on it and see the brand? All right, so here's what it looks like. What is she wearing? Is it, you know, a lot of these, what the fuck is this? You get to be a crew member? Wow, probably like, you know, the same thing they call you when you work at McDonald's, the crew. So you're peasants no matter what, whenever you do anything, you know, outside of like not liking Trish. You know, if you're involved with her in any other, you know, any capacity, especially if you like her, you're a fucking ant to her. You're less than. Okay? Imagine one of her fans being like, Trish, we're equal. She's going to look at you and fucking scratch your eyes out. Okay? But this shirt's garbage. It's real loose up here. You can tell if a shirt's good or not just by like the seam up here. Like this, just the sewing. Looks cheap. Very frail. As you can see, like this is probably a large with this, not a large. What am I saying? The shirt's probably a fucking quad XL. You know, you could probably actually jump a boat through this hole of the shirt. You know, you put it in front of one of those like, you know, ramps in the water. A boat could go right through that fucking thing. That's how big it is. Loose as shit. It's frail, thinner than ice. This collar's really cheap. The black on it is just a cheap looking black. It almost looks shimmery. This is bullshit. This is actually, I think this entire fucking crap was probably made at Trisha's house by Moses's fucking bloody fingers. Some people might get blood on their shirt. Okay, the mark of, Trisha Paytas. Her neck is so dark from diabetes, okay? Trisha does have, one of our worst necks out here. It looks like it's been stretched like a fucking accordion, then slingshotted back, and you got all these lumps, these cancerous fucking lymphoma out the max. On each side of her neck, it looks a lot like what a frog does. When it breathes, it expands, it goes back in. It's fucking terrible. I mean, her audience, they have to go through this shit. I want to say I feel bad for, the people that have gotten tricked by this. Because there is a better life. There's a better life. There's a life outside of this. Okay, do you want to be involved with this crime syndicate right now? Because this is a crime to sell this for $30 fucking dollars. You gotta be kidding me. Oh! Okay. Now look at this face, man. You're gonna look like this. This is how stupid you're gonna look wearing this, dude. You're gonna look like a fucking rag. And that pink is cheap. Anna says only $30. She must have bought them in bulk. She probably bought them for about 50 cents each. Trisha's definitely not stupid when it comes to calling people to take care of her dirty work. She has all sorts of avenues of schemery. She calls her agent. Okay, her agent's like, damn. Okay, because she can smell this through the phone. So she's almost throwing up. Look at these fucking hands right here. This is something straight out of hell. Okay, it's not good. I mean, and what's really blows my mind is Trisha be having what we would call gentleman, old fat guy hands. I've seen it a lot of times in the videos when she's grabbing anything. Her hands are just swollen beyond all means. They're huge. And they probably shrink Moses to the max. Moses is feeling like a little baby around her. So here he is, advertising these criminal acts.
That's
wow.
the back of my shirt.
Can they see it or is it out of focus?
Yeah, bitch, we can fucking see it. Now, Trisha's already Saudi right now. She's very worried that people are going to quickly start writing reviews being like, yo, it stings when I put it on. It's got something inside of it. And Trisha's over there counting the loot. It's probably cash only. So, she's getting cash apped out the wazoo. That way they can't get their shit back.
I can see it.
You can get these shirts on justtrish.com. So it's been a year. I know you guys might be like, okay, Trish, a year. It's been a year in the making, but we also have a really dope hoodie. It's just that's coming over on a boat. We got these on a plane to get them fast.
Oh my God. So it came from the same place, except the shirts are light enough to go via plane. It came from China, which a lot of our clothing does come from overseas. But some of the stuff that Trisha slapped together, especially this bullshit of merch, her entire vision was this the whole time too. She had an epiphany, let's make it shimmery. Let's make it shimmer. Like the logo to the fucking podcast. And they were too cheap to actually, what would really make sense is if you made it a white and pink checkered board shirt. Match the background of the show. But that's how cheap we are.
Faster. It's a whole thing. We looked for manufacturers in China. Oh, we have hang tags. We make this it looks like we have a clothing line.
No, it doesn't. Okay, that does not look like a clothing line to me. You got bullshit fucking, what is this I don't know what the fuck, shitty ass fucking string up here that you'd have wrapped around one of your blow pops, cake pops you get from Starbucks.
It's not just merch. It's a clothing line. It's
not a clothing line. Imagine being here, Trish, check out the newest hype wave. You think she's going to spend her money on this? Trisha can't get this thing off quick enough.
A year. I know you guys might be like, okay, Trisha, a year.
It's fucking crap.
It's been a year in the making, but we also have a really dope hoodie. It's just that's coming over on a boat. We got these on a plane to get them faster. It's a whole thing. We looked for manufacturers in China. Oh, we have hang tags. We make this it looks like we have a clothing line. It's not just merch. It's a clothing line. Hopefully it's more cost effective than my sad boy stuff we're trying. You know what I mean? We found a manufacturer. We found a designer. They're shipping them over.
She found a designer. I'd really love to know who the designer is. It's probably some Circus Carney guy. carnival worker on his, like, during the winter season. He's pressing these crap Hollywood, what is it called? Like, the Jersey boardwalk type of, like, fucking ironed on lettering.
Over boats. And I don't think...
There's nothing designer about that. Why would you need a designer to make such a fucking crap fucking piece of material? Anna says she's so jealous of Teddy Fresh, which is sad to say. I mean, like, Teddy Fresh has got plenty of accusations for copying off every other brand. But, I mean, what fucking brand doesn't do that? They all fucking do it, okay? Every shoe ends up looking the fucking same. And Trisha's... her merchandise is cheaper and cheaper every time she does it. She's learned her lesson from the Sad Boy merch that is still on her Poshmark today. She figured, hey, man, let's just maximize our money and barely spend anything and give them shirts that are, like, good for, like, 4 or 5 washes until they fall apart.
They're in China. Not that it matters if it's from China. I think it's from India. Or maybe these are China. One's China, one's India. None of it matters, right? I don't know. It's ethically sourced. I can say that. I know that. Okay. But we tried to make them more affordable. These are the gesture shirts. We have them in black and pink.
Fuck, I need to see this tag.
Matters, right? I don't know. It's ethically sourced. I can say that.
It's ethically... And Oscar's over here laughing. I don't know why you're laughing. You're not getting any cut out.
That. Okay. But we tried to make them more affordable. These are...
Show the tag.
The gesture shirts. We have them in black and pink. What?
The details.
Oh, yeah, there's a little...
Oh, yeah, the details are just exceptional. I mean, I'm looking like a fuck... This is a Picasso to me. Wow. I mean, what the level of design work, I mean, exceptional, like, that you could see this at, like, the Met Gala. Okay, this is, like, what the fucking security has to wear.
A little crystal, a little sparkle, a little hologram.
Oh, man, wow, here's the fucking brand. Right here.
Oh, yeah, there's a little crystal, a little sparkle, a little...
right here, okay. Now, I'm actually blown away by, like, the fact that she printed. Now, this has been ripped. There's a hole from ripping the tag off. So Moses is pressing these upstairs. I mean, you could see, like, extra large isn't even the word large. Large is actually fucked up. I mean, what letter is this? What is this letter? It's actually, like, it's curling over another letter. What is this? It's supposed to be extra large. X-I-A random line that looks like a hook or like some type of white candy cane looping over the A. There's no fucking G in sight, and then there's like an I at the end. I mean, this is exceptional quality right here.
Hologram.
I'm blown away. Let's go. Let's see that one more time.
Oh, yeah, there's a little crystal, a little sparkle, a little hologram.
And here it is.
Yeah, I love oversized shirts. I love them so much. I always get them off Free People.
They're not oversized. They're just big. Trish thinks like oversized shirts are just like super big size. No, they actually make a shirt that is bigger than, the normal sizing. And it can be like a small, medium, or whatever. Just a bigger, oversized version of that size.
I'm always like swimming in my shirts. Actually, I think they're inspired by like girls who look like they're swimming in shirts, but they're like so tiny.
Oh my God. So Trish is telling like fantasy stories outside of this, like coming up with fairy tale talk. Just like, it's inspired by the fantasy stories. What the fuck are you talking about, dog? She's like, it's inspired by a towel that you drape over your body after a shower, that type of like loose garment.
But these are also for the big ones out there who we don't look like we're swimming in shirts. I'm wearing a 2XL.
Yeah, we can tell. I mean, come on, man. It's still tighter than the Dickens. It's like wearing yoga pants.
Just had his size down. He's an XL. He's wearing a large. You're wearing medium.
Yeah.
So they are very oversized. But if you want to wear them and
they're not oversized. It's fucking double XL. If I put a double XL, I'd have a dress
feel
on.
like a tiny person and you're a bigger person, they're made for that too. So I'm a bigger.
So Trisha's like lying right now. All her audience is gonna be like, dude, I bought a large and it's like my belly's coming out of it. And she's gonna be like, yo, it's oversized. Buy a bigger size. Not a good look.
Person. I'm wearing a 2X, but it looks like I'm swimming in this shirt, like just so tiny.
It's perfect for the summer. You know what I mean? Like it's hot. You want to just have like a loose T-shirt on, feel teeny weeny.
Yeah, throw it on after the pool.
That's why we literally, rented an airplane to bring them over.
Wow, what are you fucking talking about? He's over here doing what Oscar usually does and just brings down, I mean, not Oscar. I mean, he's pretty much Oscar to me. I mean, just as fucking pathetic and weak. Little insect of a person.
just,
That's
you know.
why we literally, rented an airplane to
I'm just bringing the vibe down. I mean, there's never been a fucking good thing that came out of this guy's mouth, except for like, when you look over and his mouth isn't moving.
bring them
Okay, spread the
over
word.
because we had to make sure they're here
Oh,
for the summer.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Yeah,
Because the hoodies for the winter, they're on the yacht. They're coming.
they're
slower.
not on a. Well, they're on a boat. That's why I was so concerned about
it's the Just Trish yacht. Airplane.
Just Trish, yeah.
Okay, well, we're not quite there yet. We're trying to sell these T-shirts, which, by the way, are like all done in our house. Maybe we should show B-roll.
Oh my god! Like, how the fuck how is anybody supposed to fucking pay attention with these trunks hanging out, dude? Trisha's pussy's out here for everybody to look at this black triangle of death, the devil's triangle, as they would say. This is Bermuda Triangle. Every guy that looks that direction, they're fucking they lose sight for a year, and they're cursed to death. Someone said, Anna said, someone's on X said the 4X sold out first. Which they do. I mean, I imagine like Trisha's audience is fucking part of like the ravioli crew. Okay, everything they eat is okay. Real fucking garbage people.
Stick video of that. We have like just tubs in our house because we're shipping them. Because we learned a valuable lesson. I don't think anyone cares, but I need to talk about this. The time of our wedding, we lost like literally all our money because not only were we doing the wedding and the honeymoon, which obviously like we were extravagant with it, whatever. But also, yeah, we had the merch. We were doing Sad Boy merch, and it was here in LA. And we ended up like spending like literally for a sweatshirt, we paid like $80 per sweatshirt. So we had to sell them for like $90, which like who's paying $90 for a sweatshirt and whatever. And it was still nice and it was whatever. But
what do you mean you had to? What the fuck are you talking about?
merch, and it was here in LA. And we ended up like spending like literally for a sweatshirt, we paid like $80 per sweatshirt. So we had to sell them for like $90, which
Yeah, right. Okay, she's trying to tell us she spent $80 per sweatshirt. So she's like, I had to make money. I had to sell it for $10 overpriced and charge you fucking $50 in shipping.
like who's paying $90 for a sweatshirt and whatever. And it was
And nobody, not even you. You weren't even paying 10 less than that. So she's trying to do some like scrubbing, scrubbing like the scene of the crime. She's like, guys, give me a break. I paid $80 for blank sweatshirts a piece.
still nice and it was whatever. But
The fuck are you talking about?
anyway, side of the point. So this time we wanted to make it a little smart. We got lesser quantities. Oh, we also ordered a ton of quantities during Sad Boy, which also I was getting canceled at the time. It was just the worst. Anyways, doesn't matter. We still have Sad Boy available on our Poshmark. We have lots of Sad Boy available on our Poshmark.
We know.
But the gestures, we were like, okay, let's be smarter. So we just got like, again, a few hundred of these. Like they'll probably sell out, but that's not a flex because, not that a few hundred's little.
Oh, wow. Got a nice little piece of yellow in her fingernail. Check this out, folks.
200 of these. Like they'll probably sell out, but that's not a flex because, not that a few hundred's little.
Wow, what are you going to do with that? Whoa. I mean, Trisha's got a boogus right here. I'm talking about a humongous one, too, hiding it behind the, her favorite finger. Okay, and she knows, too. Look at this. Trish has no fucking teeth allowed in her mouth. God damn, dude.
But it's like,
Watch her finger. This thing is going to go slide right back into her mouth in a minute.
we just wanted to be smart. We're also like, literally, my mom is like packaging them and shipping them herself. So it's like, we had a warehouse before, which gave you warehouse fees and like all this crazy shit. So it's very mom and pop. So we figured it out. We have dope hoodies.
Anna Baker says, who gives a darn? I mean, who wouldn't? You're telling me that you're not concerned about this? This funnel right here.
Not to say like don't buy these, but like, once these are gone, they're probably gone because we're going to do the hoodies. And then those are really, really dope. And we put a lot into them. They look really cool. These were just to test out, the manufacturer, the thing. And I like them. I think they're cute. They're t-shirts, but.
This looks like one of Malibu's scratches down here, too. I'm gonna be sick. Look at this fucking cut, man.
But they feel good. They're soft.
You like
they're
them,
big.
okay.
They're comfy. Yeah, like they're very breezy.
Are they fucking soft? Like, who the fuck still wears wife beaters? This motherfucker's got some sagging ass junks. I would imagine Oscar's got some saggers still. From the olden days, his past, his jugs. And he wears like, wife beat. Nobody wears wife beat. I don't even know a person that wears an undershirt. So him with this like face right now, agony, pure agony. He's about to bite his fucking bottom teeth off. He's just gonna crush and pulverize them because of like how painful this shirt is. Imagine being like, it's so soft, and then like you look over and you're like, bro, you got another shirt under this thing. What's going on?
Easy. It really is a perfect summer tee.
Oh, yay.
You know, that's part of my spectrum is my sensitivity to fabrics, the color,
Oh, I see you on him. I'm just being a shit.
like everything. I usually cut. I was part of the process. Like, it's not gonna hurt your neck. It's gonna be so soft.
Yeah.
Besides, like everything about it, like I can actually wear these shirts.
You were actually like the decider factor for it because I knew I wanted soft, but everything feels the same to me. So Moses was like, "This is softer, this," and then the collar, which I like this too because when I glam and stuff, I was.
You know, like that's not a good look. Like imagine actually having no sense of feeling on your body where like everything feels soft. Trisha's got such tarnished skin that like, you know, nothing is actually comfortable anymore. They all kind of feel the same from the scabs, the wounds. It's all gonna hurt regardless.
I was supposed to have a full glam for you guys today to really sell and make these look like glamorous shirts, but you're getting relatable, Trish, today. I was like, I'm like, oh man, I gotta fire my hairstylist. He didn't show up, and then I just realized like he literally just sent me like the receipts of like I said I wasn't gonna be able to. It was a big red X. He does green checks, and then a big red X on this day, and I was like, I'm so sorry.
You can't argue with the receipt. James Charles, no more lies.
Oh my god, yes. Which, by the way, go to our patreon.com/.
No, we're not going. Where's this fucking I gotta find this part when she talks about like fucking wanting to have sex with women outside of Moses.
Because I have grapefruit in my mind for our photo shoot tomorrow, and it just
Oh, here we go. We're still on this like fake grapefruit fucking journey.
is our Domino's day, but that's fine. And then Sunday, he's like, we're going to order Domino's time. I'm like, no, we're not, because I have grapefruit in my mind for our photo shoot tomorrow. And it just messed up. And then he really was trying to push it because he knows I want the Domino's. But then I was like, no, I'm tanning, which means I smell myself, and I don't smell good, so I don't want to eat.
Oh, Trisha's tanning now. Probably because like she's fucking, you know, exhausted from like the exercise it takes to spread all that. What is this? Why is my cameras are just going off and there's like nothing on camera? It's a ghost.
Pizza when I'm smelling bad, plus tan on my hands. And I'm like, I want to do that when I'm comfy cozy.
Oh, never mind. So Trisha's not tanning. She's self-tanning. So there's like a fucking goddamn groundhog or something that's like doing laps in my driveway right now. He just keeps triggering the camera.
So it messed up our weekend too. It was
So Trisha's exhausted. She considers tanning self-tanning. It's not tanning. You're just putting paint on your butt. You're painting yourself. Come on,
putting it
man.
in perspective when you're like, literally, I was like, when you're texting about your boyfriend, I was just like, oh man, I feel like a crap person because I literally was so like, my hair is not good today. It's not glamorous. You guys know the bob cut story I told you about, so I have like this bob happening. Like it just. Anyways, there's way more serious things, but I think if you do cut your hand on accident, you should go to a emergency room. I still think your boyfriend should, because like he might get lightheaded and he's like by himself or something. Have your phone on.
I know. Well, yeah, my dad is home and on standby in case he has to go to.
Yeah, I'm sure. No, he has an imaginary boyfriend. I don't think he has a boyfriend. You know, he's talked about it. He's glammed it up. He's really tried to like let everybody know that he's wifed up.
Urgent care, yeah.
I don't buy it for 1 second.
Yeah, but I believe he's gonna be okay.
Pipu Kaka says her hair's effed up. She's got this loop, this tangled rat's nest on the
wasn't
side.
that. It was like
That you like, you can tell Trisha's like exhausted.
a long
you know?
cut, but it wasn't
She doesn't even care.
like a deep, PETA losing the leg kind of vibe. So.
Why do I remember PETA losing his leg?
Because in the movie he didn't lose his leg, but in
Okay.
the book he did.
Wow, you're one of those people. The book actually, but I'm with you too.
Yeah, you and Bridgerton.
Yeah, I did read that one Bridgerton book. Kind of. I kind of skimmed through it, but I did read a lot of it. And they do each other, but like same vibes. Like he wore his short shorts.
Yes, he is very.
What the fuck is this shit? Is this Alex Stein? What kind of, like, this is the haircut my dad made me have as a kid. Fucking military garbage.
Like, he's just my kind of gay. I don't know how else to explain it. Like,
I don't know either.
He's just like another like chronically online like fun little nerdy gay. I don't know, but
like,
cute, yes,
cute and like just sweet and just like my
Funny,
type too.
yes.
Right? It's not like you don't look at him, oh, that person's too much or whatever, and then you also don't look at him and be like, are you even gay? Like it was just like this nice.
Wow, real nice. So Trisha's over here questioning people's sexuality.
You don't look at him, oh, that person's too much or whatever, and then you also don't look at him and be like, are you even gay? Like it was just like this nice balance, and I loved it, and he was so nice. And even when I left, he just texted, he's like, oh, I love meeting you. You look great in person. I was like, you look great in person. It was really, really cute. I wish I could have talked. He lives in I won't say. I used to live there, but we won't.
Everyone, go say hi.
Trisha's she's blowing up with fucking hype right now. Look at Trisha just leant over like an animatronic monster. Okay, this is a fucking incredible. I'm just waiting for this drool to come spilling out of her mouth. Jesus criminy.
You can see
Anyways,
through the
guys.
editing how sweet it is.
Yeah,
I
he's
see it in the editing always.
You do what? Oh,
His character, like
Yes,
his,
he's
it
like
comes
so
so
with
Oh,
it.
I thought you meant to see his house in his editing. You see his character in the editing. Yeah, it is great. I never usually watch him back, but when I see clips and then I see the edit, I was like, wow, he
I
really
know, he snaps.
so good.
Yeah.
Like I loved it when he put like little, like Timothy Chalamet, he like put like a little like rat actually for him or something like that. Was that?
We don't care. We don't care. Where's this? I gotta find this part.
He's like weren't able to edit. Not to say we can't restock them, but Elvis, did I say Malibu Elvis is a month today?
Soon,
Lamb. Okay.
but some people were saying,
I don't care. Okay.
No, you guys, if you guys want the headshot, you know, there it is.
So we've like done like 5 different commercials today. Trisha's running out of cash.
Like-
no ally tees. He also
Okay.
like earned the allyship.
But is it like appropriation to be
Yes,
like
no.
dress gay? Because you
No.
gave me the mood board, and I was kind of like, that seems a little stereotypical gay.
What is she talking about? Her? I mean, Trisha Paytas has a famous picture of her walking around with like a rainbow clown
I
afro.
mean, I am a queer, but like,
Oh, here we go. So I can't wait. You know, it's coming up. I know it's coming soon. Trisha's already on the subject.
Jeff, like, do you know what I mean? Like,
no ally tees. He also
Okay.
like earned the allyship.
but is it like appropriation to be
Yes,
like
no.
dress gay? Because you gave
No.
me the mood board, and I was kind of like, that seems a little stereotypical gay.
No, Jeff Whittick, I think it's fierce. Like, I mean, like, look at Harry Styles. Harry Styles is always a little queer, you know, so.
But he is.
Yeah, a little. I mean, what the fuck, dog? What are you talking about? You know you gotta be kidding me. You know, Harry Styles is another one of these people that we gotta like put like 100,000 bottle rockets on his feet and see how far he can go up.
A little queer.
We gotta get rid of him.
He's never identified as such.
You know, I just think he's pathetic. And it's, you know, it's all about like who he is in general. I think he's another one of these scammers and schemers doing things for a check.
So.
Right,
yeah.
okay, so.
And Jeff has said he's like, I think 20%
He
gay or
better
something.
actually be. If he's saying he's 20%, because I would be so mad if he's like, no, it's just fun. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I can't say I loved it. I just, you know, I don't know. He brought Tana, and Tana's in Cancun, so I'm like, and she was down to come. She's like, I'll come, and I'm like, oh man, it's like literally next week. But we like rescheduled Jeff. This sounds like a little maybe a recipe for disaster because he's a little too straight coded for me. He's coming on. I love it, great, but
No,
it's like, yeah?
I'm gonna come to make sure it's balanced
Okay.
out. Gay.
Wow. Okay. So hopefully Oscar's going to get the fucking thrown out of a moving car treatment.
Gay to straight.
You know, Jeff Whittick has this fucking, you know, ginormous fucking retard. His name is Cody. Cody, this friend of Jeff Whittick's, is like, you know, a recipe for fucking, you know, kissing sessions. Okay. He was in the clink. So Oscar might have his hands full.
Great ratio,
Okay.
you know.
So Trisha's going to be on the Jeff Whittick experience. You know, I can't wait for that. He's probably going to prank her. Okay.
And
I just want to make sure because he also brings straight people with him,
Yes,
and
I've
we're doing
read-
a gay episode, and I'm like,
he's ready to be fully like, you know, an ally for Pride. So
Okay.
and he was very eager. He's the one that propositioned. He's like, can I come like dressed?
Yeah, because he knows, like, you know, he's got this, he's on this new wave with Ethan Klein, making friends with the Kleins. He's doing it all for money moves. You get a bigger audience whenever you trick people, okay? Believe it or not. Mr. Beast makes videos about, like, you know, these imaginary fucking obstacle courses that people win imaginary money on. And it garners millions and millions of views. People aren't really seeing through the CGI and, like, how fucking the idiocracy of watching content like that to be like, what am I doing? I'm getting tricked by, you know, crazy fucking transitions and explosions and buckets of money.
Something that was like,
Jeff Whittick is scamming and scheming, pretending to be like, you know, an ally. You know, Jeff Whittick fucking probably wants his head on a stick. I don't think Jeff Whittick is a stand for the gays.
gay, sure.
I'm sure that he tolerates them. I just don't trust him, okay?
So he's got
And if he's like working with Trish, he can't be trusted. Jeff is lame to be seen with her. That's why I think like none of these people can be trusted. I think Ethan Klein is this close to opening the door, taking it off the hinges and expanding it bigger so Trisha can fit through in a surprise episode of the show.
gonna
we
wear.
gotta make sure we
It's a matter of time until fucking the monstrosity that is Trish will make her grand return on the Ethan Klein show.
know it's your idea because I'm like, I
You know, for 1,000 more years of bad luck. I can't wait. It's going to be exciting.
don't know. People are gonna think, why did she make this guy dress up as gay?
No, I told him if he's not gay at the front gate, they'll be turned around.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
Oscar. Okay.
So I said he's gonna wear like a little crop top. I said low-rise jeans, jock strap.
Isn't it a little stereotyping the gays?
I mean, do you even care, Trish?
Just chaotic, but okay.
We're the new gay barbershop. Like people go
The
to
gay
him
barbershop.
usually. They usually go
What?
to him to get haircuts. His style.
Okay, Moses, just be quiet. I mean, I really am starting to know why like nobody sees you most of the
Of a
show.
rainbow and
Everything you say is bullshit.
None, but anyways. JustTrish.com to get the shirts. Yeah, just coming up. I'm telling you, if I like
What the fuck? What kind of cut was that?
JustTrish.com to get the
I mean, dude, Trish almost fell out of her goddamn chair. What'd she do? Just do a shot of heroin? Look at this shit.
shirts. Yeah, just coming up. I'm dying.
Okay, checking her blood pressure left and right. I mean, like, when I see somebody doing this, grabbing their arm, it's probably going numb from, you know, the condition.
You, if I like, this sounds so superficial because I know there's so many more serious things, but it's like literally if I don't feel like I have like, if I don't feel pretty, like I literally feel like my whole day is just like ruined. It's so weird. And I
you
mean
must
that in
have,
the
like,
sense of like, I can be so ugly, but like I'm planning to be ugly.
Where's my mouse? I'm like losing my mouse. It's so fucking invisible to this bright bullshit background. How many times I do this fucking shit and I'm like, the space bar's not pausing. I gotta find my mouse. Just pause the
like,
shit.
ruined. It's
So Trisha's talking about how she has every day's a bad day for her. Fucking hell, I lost my part. Okay, this better be it. Here we
feel
go.
pretty. Like I literally feel like my whole day is just like things, but it's like literally if I don't feel like I have like, if I don't feel pretty, like I literally feel like my whole day is just like ruined. It's so weird.
Oh, so like she must have like a lot of ruined days. I mean, every day must be like a living nightmare when Trisha doesn't feel pretty.
And I mean that in the
I mean, imagine like the lying you have to do to yourself to tell yourself that's what you feel like.
sense of like I can be so ugly, but like I'm planning to be ugly that day, as opposed to like if I'm planning to be gorge and glam and I'm not, it like throws off my whole day. But I don't want to sound like a Kardashian over here where I just think like beauty is everything, you know what I mean? Because I'm telling you, this week's Kardashians really irritated me, and I love the Kardashians, you guys know, and I want to battle for Skims, and it'll never happen because I'm sure they'll have all these clips of me talking like whatever.
Yeah, and they also aren't going to be able to fit you in the clothing.
But it was like
They don't want you to advertise for them because everybody's going to cancel their orders for Skims.
sad. Obviously, the Kylie thing everyone's mad about, that Kylie was like, oh my God, like people call me ugly. And it's everyone's like, okay, but you set these beauty standards, which is very true. I love that point. But also Kim being like, I have 10 years left in me of looking good and then I'm done. I'm retiring. I was just like, you don't like stop looking good after like, my mom's like 65 and she looks so good. And I feel like there's like a whole list of people that
Yeah, you're out of your fucking mind. That's why I think that this fucking retard is in my comments writing that shit. This is, I mean, like, Trish just fucking said in this, I mean, we'll bring it back up. This is extreme psychotic speculation for coming from me. But when you go to my video that I was just talking about a minute ago, okay, and you go to these comments, Canopy Lines, which I forgot the other reason why I brought this up. I was like, well, what is Canopy? Because I'm like, you know, this has got to be Trish writing this comment just because of like the wording down here. After she said, Trish isn't going to notice you or obsess over someone who's not so out of your league, someone ugly. And just a second ago, Trisha's over here saying, you know, she doesn't think she's ugly.
looking good after like 10 years left in me of looking good and then I'm done. I'm retiring. I was just like, you don't like stop looking good after like, my mom's like 65 and she looks so good. And I feel like there's like a whole list of people.
Okay, so she's like, this is the same type of logic. Like, you know, your mom is wretched up. Okay? Like, your mom is looking like fucking tarnation. You know, we just saw her in your Instagram thing. I mean, we got to fucking pull things back up, hit a 360 pop, shove it, reverse time, and cut the cosmos around us. And look at, Trish's got a new story. Here we go. Gabby Hanna. Nasty. And, like, look at her mom right here. I mean, like, is this what you would call, like, you know, the image of beauty? Now, everybody gets old. Everybody gets decrepit. But, you know, I'm not going to sit there and, you know, if my mom looked like this, I'd be like, I'm just kidding. But for realsy, her mom's looking like just a fucking, like, some type of voodoo doll they, like, you know, they found in somebody's basement, okay? Very disturbing.
amazing. And so it just made me sad that like everyone thinks you have an expiration date, which I always thought too. I always thought like, oh man, once I hit 30, like I literally did not think I would live past 30, and I almost like was trying to manifest that for myself for so long. Like, I'm not gonna live past 30. I would tell everybody like I didn't want to. I wanted to be like glamorous when I was, you know, dead or whatever. And it literally was because of that. Because I thought no guy would want me, nobody would want to marry me, nobody wants a 30-year-old. Like, it was so crazy. So like to hear this now about Kim talking about being in the 50s, like
cut to Moses. This is why they need somebody else working here, switching the cameras.
I don't know. Like, actually made me so.
I just want to be able to like be this actual camera right now and then turn around, look at Moses' reaction to this conversation.
Like, it was so crazy. So like to hear this now about Kim talking about being in the 50s, like I don't know, like actually made me so sad. And then I started spiraling and I started like crying, and I was just like, God, our world is kind of effed up actually if you think about it. Like the reason everyone wants to be so skinny now is because the Kardashians are skinny. Because the reason everyone wanted to be curvy was the Kardashians were curvy at the beginning. Everyone's like, oh, we need a butt, we need this, and it was
okay. So like this is like she's tripping up right now. Sparks are going through her head. Just a minute ago, she's like, you know, they set the standard for the beauty and stuff, and like she's feeling bad because people are calling her ugly, and then she's having the same conversation right now.
Because the reason everyone
where like everything that revolves around her head is this concentration of like looks.
want to be curvy was the Kardashians were curvy at the beginning. Everyone's like, oh, we need a butt, we need this, and it was inspiring. And now it's like we all need to be skinny, and this whole world is just effed. You know what I mean? It's just really, really.
Is it, or is it just realistic?
Sad. And as much.
I mean, I think this world is as real as like, you know, that one comment that like, imagine like really truly being like knowing people are wrong and like a comment can't affect you. But then whenever you see something or a topic that like is very voodoo to her, very taboo or very painful for her to realize and, you know, recognize with the fact that like, you know, she's a crutch, she's a monster.
Much as I'd love to be skinny, it's just like I don't think that's like the end all be all goal, you know what I mean? And it's like sad.
Yeah, that's why in one episode I have Kylie crying over people like commenting on how she looks, and then like the next scene is Kim saying that I only have 10 years of being pretty is like actually insane. And it really was like the next scene, you know?
Crazy.
So it's like the whiplash is wild.
So you don't want people judging you for your looks, but then also
your
like
whole family is like
when you can retire when you're ugly, like when you're 50 and nobody like that's so wild. And then like for Kendall will be like, people just dehumanize us, and I was just like, no one's dehumanizing. You guys are the one who set this and continue to set this.
Oh yeah, you're not. Well, what kind of standard do you set? I like to like see people that talk about, you know, other people's standards they set, and then fucking ask them, be like, well, what's the standard she sets? You know, you look at Trisha Paytas, every part of her is like just this fixation of cash. The most useless thing ever is money. You need it to survive. You don't need it to have every single thing in the world. You don't need an excess amount of moolah. It's nice to live comfortable, to have some nice things. But to also have like the fortunates of like making a lot of cash, living in LA, having this massive mansion and never being happy about anything. So much so that you neglect your child. I like to say, you know, Trisha Paytas is like one of our worst parents out here. Spread the word. Okay? Filming her child's foot. I mean, who the fuck takes a picture constantly? There's a constant, and then people have talked about it over and over. It's not it's a subject that has been brought up numerous times by her own snark community. You know, the wifeys. We sit there and we're like, we critique the fact that like you're constantly monetizing off your child. You know, use like, you know, the pregnancy twice now and hyped it up, build it up. Every part of your content was pregnant content, okay, until you exploded. And then, you know, made a video about the birthing, and then you're filming your fucking kids constantly. And then, like, you know, you have these, like, pictures. You keep posting it. And it's definitely one of the biggest critiques I'd like to say. Well, there's a lot of them. But there's also, like, something very disturbing about the excess flow of taking pictures of your feet with your child's. Only because of her in general, her activities, her porn, her scattered and numerous cesspool of gross fucking porn career. Okay, like she was an OnlyFans person, drilling herself all over fucking Twitter. Okay, most of her audience jacks off to her. I like to say about 50 to 60, maybe 70% of her audience is jacking off to her to this day. And then whenever you like, you know, you put a family in the mix with that, like you have that audience still watching you. That's got a fucking rock hard one. You know, looking at her, while their little kids there. And then like you also like, you know, you had all these porn fuck pictures all over the internet. And then you scrub them, I guess. I don't know if they're still on Twitter. You know, they're probably still on, she probably still has her OnlyFans open, collecting a check from that every month. But you know, you were doing all this nudity shit, and then now you have pictures of like what's supposed to be wholesome content. Why? What's wholesome about this? What regular person in their right mind is like, dude, it doesn't get more wholesome than this, man. I mean, like, you know, what is the meaning of this? What is this? What is this fucking picture? Why would you even post this? This is fucking disturbing. You know, for sure we are. Okay, this is fucking disgusting. There's no point to post this with her foot there. You could, I mean, I don't know what the reference is here. There's no explanation, and it happens all the time. She does all these feet picture with her kid over and over and over. And like, does anybody ask her? Like, somebody has to be like, yo, what are you doing, dog? Like, I there's never in my life that I've like wanted to expose my child so much that I'm like cool with showing parts of the body that like, you know, isn't necessary to show, especially like a bare foot next to her monstrosity of a foot. You know that there's a fetish for feet out here. I think it's a huge one too, as big as her fucking foot. The desire for people to be jacking off to that shit. And like, no, I mean, I just, there's gotta be like some type of like, somebody needs to make it more known. You know, I wish we could get a massive person, maybe Ethan Klein, you know, if anything he wants to do, you know, besides making these shitty jokes and not following up with the jokes by making more jokes, there's no point in teasing a joke or goofing on her, calling her Queen of Melrose, which is, you know, good enough, but I mean, you have to keep it going, you have to keep the joke going. But like, where's like a massive content person that does all this drama shit that isn't like, you know, like she's big enough in the internet scene, the influencer scene, for somebody has to be recognizing all this fucking foot shit with her and her kid. It's disgusting.
Like, I can't remember who said on TikTok when everyone was doing the Kylie Jenner lip challenge,
yeah.
And they were like literally putting their like lips in glass and like cutting their lips and stuff with it, and it's like to look like her. And for so long, I think she said she had lip injection, but for so long they like denied. I think they still deny a lot of it. I think they deny. I think Chloe said she had like one nose job, which it's like, I mean, you know, like there's just more, and not to say it's a whole thing, but. Yeah, people aren't defending you because, like, it's just, there's just changes and you can see it. And it's like, I don't know, it just sucks when people are not honest. Same thing with, like, the Ozempic. I just think people should be honest. I love Kelly Clarkson for saying she was on, like, a weight loss drug. And, you know, I love when people say it because I just think it's...
Because she's trying to normalize it herself. Now, is Trisha on it? Is she on the Ozempic? Does she come out and say it right now? I mean, she's obviously going to start taking it, if not already taking it. It is you know, a thing that I think is in her head more than anything in the world. And she gets up, she's got all this fucking weight that she continues to maintain with, you know, talking about eating straight up pork rinds all day, cheddar cheese, mozzarella sticks, french fries galore, a lot of Starbucks green sugar drink, not doing any type of exercising, barely able to, like, make it up a set of stairs without being, like, exhausted. Okay? Your health is at an all-time low.
Again, unrealistic to be, like, that skinny, that fast, and less. And again, I'm for it, but I just, like...
But, I mean, I think that she's, like... She's trying to, you know, make up, like, one of these out loud pondering moments where she's like, oh, well, what's wrong? I like that people are talking about taking a pill, okay? But it's not just the pill, okay? There's shit beyond it. If that's what you got to take, that's what you got to take. But also, like, you need to start, like, if you're going to go that route of being healthy, get that extra, you know, the maybe just the part that's the hardest for anybody to, break through is, like, losing that initial 50 pounds. It will slide off you. If you're this fucking big, I was fat as fuck at one point. I was 260 at one point in my life. Exercised. Okay? And it slides off you. You'd be surprised. Like, it's harder to maintain weight than, like, you know, The losing it part is only hard whenever like you can't move because of your own decisions and health. Or you just have terrible, everything's broken down. So like walking and all that shit is harder than hell because of the pain.
To be honest, I love Kelly Clarkson for.
Okay, but like right now, her it's not just normalizing Ozempic. It should be like there's got to be a beyond conversation outside of that, not just the pill. Now she needs to be like working out, eating better. You know, if we're gonna take this fucking pill, we got to start. You know, if that's the direction you want to go to be healthier and lose weight, we got to start showing, you know, types of fucking things that promote losing weight.
For saying she was on like a weight loss drug and.
Anna Jane says, I don't think she'll go on it. She can't lose her love of food. That's the thing. She might fucking get on the goddamn pill and eat the whole bottle because of the flavor.
You know, I love when people.
And then eat like an entire ham hoagie and, you know, call it a night.
Say it because I just think it's, again, unrealistic to be like that skinny, that fast, and less. And again, I'm for it, but just like it makes me so sad. I don't know. It's really, really sad.
Wow.
Yeah, I think the honesty really is like the biggest.
And does it make, I mean, you got to be feeling sadder about yourself as of now than like taking a fucking, you know, doing the shot or whatever it is of Ozempic. Just like, you know, it just makes me so, what's so sad about it? What is this bullshit conversation that you read online and you're boomeranging out of your mouth here? She has no feeling behind this. Those eyes are down because she's looking at her fucking
Really,
notes.
really
Yeah, I think the honesty really is like the biggest thing because like Kylie denied it for so long. Granted, she was like young or whatever, and I'm sure someone told her to like lie about it. But
Yeah.
like you obviously like changed how you look, but then made it seem like it was just.
Oh my God. Yeah, Kylie did quite go under the knife. I'm talking like that is not even you. When I watch these shows too, it's like you hit that. There's a couple angles even outside of like the fucking dream-like effect with the filtration on the Kardashians. It's like it hides all like the real imperfection that makes them look like monstrosities. Like looking at them from the side is probably like looking at like the cuts of like, you know, a surgery. Okay, I mean like it's just probably gruesome on the side. Like if she pulled her hair back, there's like blade marks from, you know, things being stuffed in her face, mechanism, more cheek.
I like overline my lips.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
and it's
totally,
like,
yeah.
This is not even the same fucking person. This looks like a crackhead right here.
Oh, the dream.
Yeah, well, if you get the lip kit, like that's what your lips will look like too. And it's like, yeah, and then everyone got the filler. And yeah,
The way she worded it in the,
Moses, shut the fuck up. You're done.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's not a journey. Like she talks about even just dissolving half of her lips as a year-long journey.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you have.
Rum says her weight loss diet must not be working. So now she just is blaming everybody else. That's the thing. It's like, it's easier to be like, put all this like stress and like outside fucking drama that like, you know, brings you down to where you can like easily be like, I can't help it. I can't escape the critic. I can't. This is how we give up. We just blame everybody else and be like, that's why I'm this way. It's their fault.
Obviously did a lot.
Yeah, right.
Well,
okay?
it was just such a weird scene, and I just think I'm like, are they?
So Trisha probably is going to be, you know, having a massive rebound soon. Okay. She's already like, you know, trying so hard to put on this image of changing herself with all this grapefruit talk. What the fuck is grapefruit gonna do? I mean, that's probably got 100 million fucking grams of sugar in it as is.
Out of touch. And again, I watch them. I like their lifestyle, but it's just,
you know, just because you're like pretending to show the same picture every day of the grapefruit and eggs doesn't mean you're losing weight.
like, damn, that's some out of touchness. Like I don't.
Yeah, it's the show is really confusing to me. Like in this, like specific, like
It was from one person.
Where is this conversation when she's talking about lesbianing it up
Chloe goes on a journey with her
and cucks Moses?
friend to look for. I'm like,
which also
they
killed
just had
me.
to fill in time. 'cause
Yeah, for the hour. But Chloe's like, I'm leaving Hidden Hills today. I'm making a trek, and I'm going to the Simi Valley, which is for anyone who doesn't know, literally maybe 10 minutes,
10 minutes.
away.
We're like 2 minutes from there. I was like, oh, we know that farm.
It's like literally so close. She's like, I'm making a big trek, but like, don't worry, I have my phone in case Courtney goes into labor. I'm like, you're literally 10 minutes away. Like,
Oh yeah, Oscar, this is your spicy fucking subject right now?
what is going on?
That was weird.
Well, you know, Trisha, what do you got going on in your fucking nose? You're getting like enough for two right now. She got double boogers from like this entire episode, okay? And you're fucking, you know, somewhere rubbed on this couch for later tasting. We're talking about the Kardashian episode when like Khloe Kardashian is like giving up on love, which I can't even imagine like even being able to find love in the first place being famous. It's like, how do you even go about, you know, finding your suitor? Who the fuck can you even trust? At that, and it just makes sense that they're all like setups and stuff. Like none of these people know any type of like real emotions or feelings outside of like fake reality drama and this world of like, you know, bullshit fandom and famedom. They're famous because they're, reality star. They just fuck around and talk gossip. Okay. Give them millions. But it is disturbing.
The storylines are just so like bizarre and like so out of touch. And I like the Kardashians, except for Kendall. But I like everyone else and Kourtney. But I like her.
I like Kourtney.
I think Kendall's the best.
Chloe a little. But
She's got them sharp hands.
I like Kylie. I like Kim.
So you just like, I like him. I like Chris and Corey. I was like, why is Corey there? But I really do think he's like an FBI.
Oh, wow, real nice, okay? And then Trisha's talking about her racist roots. Okay, Trisha's like, why is Corey even there? He's chocolate. Okay, real nice, Trish. Laughing at the expense of a poor brother.
I like Chris and Corey. I was like, why is Corey there? But I really do think he's like an
What do you mean, why is he there? He's married to Chris.
FBI agent or something like that. Like, I'm like,
You know, Trisha's like, I think he's an FBI. Why would he be an FBI? What the fuck that doesn't make any goddamn sense. She's like, you know, she's like, I don't like Corey. I think he's a Fed. Why would him, out of every other white person on there, be a Fed? She picks the one poor guy that, like, you know, came out the trenches, got himself with Kris Kardashian, living the life of luxury now.
I was like, that's so. He's like, security. I get it. I would date my security too. I did date my security.
He's not who's security? Corey?
I like Chris and Corey. I was like, why is Corey there? But I really do think he's like an FBI agent or something like that. Like, I'm always like, that's so. He's like, security. I get it. I would date my security too. I did date my security.
What are you talking about?
He is my security. But
I don't know.
You're not her security, bro. You're gonna fucking fold like an accordion when somebody comes up. Fucking bang, kiss. I'm just kidding.
I would date my security too. I did date my security. He is my security. But
I don't know.
it's weird.
Yeah,
I think we should make Oscar security, but like instead of actually having any security skills, he's just a shield.
They almost just get so like in their bubble. I feel like it's one of those things where maybe like surrounded by a lot of like yes men, you know, and like
Yeah.
I don't know if especially with the show. Like I feel like if you're doing a show about yourself, you got to have someone like to be
I gotta hop around the desk.
like, no, this is the part that people are actually interested in about you.
Yeah,
you
they
know?
need an Oscar. You should actually, like, because you're good at like pushing it to not in like a good way. I'm like, I don't know if we talk about, but it's like I always think that you know the stuff that people want to talk about in the push, and sometimes you just need a little push. Like this is what people are interested in, which is like why it does so well too, like the title and stuff. Because like sometimes I'm like, oh, I would never be interested in that, but you're like, you have your hand on the pulse of what people want to hear and see.
Think, yeah, it's like I need someone who's like a part of your audience almost, and like also like a part of like the internet to like see what the conversation is about you, and you want to like give people what they want, and you want to like also push the boundaries of that. And I feel like right now all the Kardashians are like not doing any of that. And then Kylie, I feel like this was a scene.
Okay, we gotta get out. I don't want to hear anything else anymore about this shit.
Like Trish back in the day
I love that.
and that was her thing. Like she made merch of her crying.
Moses is 5'7". What the fuck? That's pathetic.
I am like the mascara.
Oh,
running.
okay.
She was just
Moses is 5'7". That motherfucker's. I thought he was tall. And it makes sense that he wore like size 9 shoe. You can see on Trisha's Poshmark, there's gentleman shoes on there, size 9. Size bitch.
just like emotional, and that was like her thing. So like I feel like if you have a thing on the show and you like go in on it 100% and like you make yourself a personality, then people get like invested in
Is
you,
she still out there?
No, she still like does like her own stuff now. She's like a mom.
Okay, we're gonna. If I can't find this in a minute, I'm just gonna pull it up on
Yeah.
Twitter.
So that's what I like to think with him. So yeah, and Colleen too. When I asked her the first time about the nude thing, I was like, it's fine if you've like talked about me, just let me know so I like know how to address this. And she like still.
Oh, go back.
You now.
People
No, she needs
surprise
to
you.
make an effort to change her mind.
Exactly.
Like I don't know. I just need a bypass.
normalize changing your mind, you know?
Normalize talking about people you don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, here we go. Fucking yes.
I mean, like, and then once you get to know them, you take it back. You know what I mean?
If I got to know Kendall
No, okay? That's called being a fibber and a piece of shit.
Jenner, she was a lovely
Exactly.
girl.
You might think she's your besties.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, you know what? I said that you were uninteresting and I liked you the least, but I like you now.
People
No, she
surprise
needs to
you.
make an effort to change
Exactly.
your mind.
And she-
All right, and it says that basically there would be no show without Oscar. I know. I would really fucking love Oscar to get sick.
Or like Joey before I met.
Okay, allegedly from some type of olden day, like the plague. Nobody has the plague anymore. If Oscar got the plague, I'd be fucking doing somersaults. Fucking running down the street, yelling, screaming, spinning in joy.
Joey,
Knowing that now the show is going to be Trisha and Moses.
something that I could
My favorite couple.
never have ever predicted with her ever, because I literally said that like 6 months before she got
Skip.
As
It's
far
like,
as I know,
no
Joey
skeletons in the closet.
current TikToker.
Current, yeah, he's like over 11 million followers.
He's not
on
like a
TikTok.
Meg Convoy or something.
We're looking for the scene.
Talked about on the canceled tour, she like didn't say who it was, like 5 and
This person, you're talking about Zach Justice and stuff like that. Like the one, it's actually sponsors and just so frustrating.
yeah, it is a weird double standard because it's like obviously like you still get flack for this stuff for some of the videos too, and like obviously that's people's decisions, like forgive or not, but I feel like there is such a difference in someone who it was like working through like mental illness and like figuring out their identity and being like confused about that as a result of their mental illness.
Look at you, man. You really practice your lines today.
And then
Oscar practice his lines.
being able to apologize and like move on from that versus someone who like continuously doubles down on like homophobia, transphobia, racism. Like
No. We're doubling down on hatred to Trish.
there's people who actively hold those beliefs and like or have platforms and then promote those beliefs.
Yeah.
Like promote transphobia and stuff, and it's like no one really like cares because they're men? Like
yeah,
it's
cute.
Yeah,
Cute guys.
It's like
Yeah.
it really is wild. I mean, you talked about it before with like the Theo Vaughn. Like Theo Vaughn's like very.
God, Oscar, come on, dog. You're putting me to sleep.
Whether it's a joke or not, and I think that's the scary part too. Like with Zach, like he jokes, he makes those like racist jokes and stuff, but then other kids will see it and just think like that's like okay too. I don't know. It's just like
All right, we're getting past this. Tatia Westbrook will not come on Trish.
Tati Westbrook is not coming on the Just Trish podcast. I don't think. Did you see my live? Did I send
Yeah,
you?
you sent it to me.
She was She was in live. Talk about being live 24/7. It's like I see Jeffree Star and ooh, isn't that interesting? Jeffree Star and Tati is my whole like live, and I went to Tati's, but then I was like, oh no, like you go to Jeffree and he has like a lot, and I'm
Look at this, man. Look at this sludge right here. Wow. Look at the size of that fucking shoe. That's got to be like fucking size 4 wide.
like I went to Tati's and I saw she only had like 4. Not in a bad way. I think she was gearing up for her main
I
live
think
show.
she just started.
I mean, that shoe looks puffed out.
Yes, it does sound like she was doing a pre because I was staying in it until she's like, okay guys, I'm gonna switch cameras and I'm gonna come right back. I was like,
Gianna said, did you all already watch the Dr. Disrespect stuff? Not really.
first of all, what are
It definitely was clickbait. I just clicked on it. It said he's a pedophile.
how is that even possible? Switch cameras for a TikTok live?
I'll have to save it for another day. Today's been a real shit show, Gianna. You really
I think
missed out on a really terrible
because
show.
people even will like
Oh.
multi-stream from like their computer to TikTok.
Yeah, it's on your PC, so
Yeah.
she sees on the screen the comments and everything.
Oh my god, high tech. She's her and her husband in there just selling hair straighteners or whatever they were doing. I was like, okay, that's kind of everything. But I genuinely like wanted her. I'm like, I kind of felt bad because then everyone's like, go on, Just Trish, and she was just trying her hardest to ignore it. And just like every comment.
Skip.
James being like, I want to see.
There, that is just not.
Friends, you know what I mean, with like a teen. Even when I was a teenager, I was just like, it's just so weird. I don't know. I had someone literally email me the other day, and it was someone I knew when I was really, really young, and he was really, really old, and it was so weird. Like put this like weird chokehold on me. It was literally.
Now, remember how Trisha was like partying with that Superman imposter? There's a guy that was like famous like on the boardwalk of fucking failures. Trisha Paytas, Superman. Let's see if we could just fucking find it. Yeah, Trisha, when she first came to L.A., I think, was doing the boardwalk fucking freak. These guys that have piss stains all over their body. Like, they're just, like, disgusting cretchards that, like, walk around and, like, grift, like, poor families on the sidewalks of Hollywood that are just trying to, like, you know, visit, do touristy things. They walk by, like, wherever the fuck is it, Hollywood Boulevard, imposters. They come up, they're like, you want a picture? There's like fucking throw up all over their fucking shitty costumes. This guy right here, they made a whole documentary about like these, I think it's just called The Imposters. And it chronicled this guy and a bunch of other like Elmo impersonators, Johnny Depp like just the lowest of low of human beings that like have like just live on the street and wake up on the street, and they just go up to people and they're like, hey, I'll get a picture, and then they take your cash and like you get a picture with like the worst fucking example of Elmo, and like all the drama that went with these fucking people. They're all drug addicts too. This guy, crackhead to the max. He's exposed in his documentary for being a disgusting creep, and Trisha's over here in his house. You know Trisha slid on that, man. There's no chance she didn't. I mean, you're hanging out with him way too much. You got how many pictures of this fucking junkie? Look at this fucking guy. And I guess he was like on Jimmy Fallon a bunch of times, or one of these people like talk shows would like go out on the street and ask him about, you know, what's it like being a goof.
Yesterday, it was like 7 in the morning, and I showed Moses, and I was just like, this is like such a weird feeling. Like, it really just made me like, I don't know, kind of hyperventilate. It was someone, like, I was very, very young. He was much, much older, like, in his 50s. And he literally emailed me after, like, again, like, 13 years. Nothing crazy. It's just, like, is this still your email or something? And I was just, like, I don't know. It made me feel some type of way and, like, so weird. And, again, it brought me back to that. I don't know. It's just, like, such a weird thing. And I was actually of age when I knew him. I was just very young. I was, like, 20 or something. But
okay, gross. Real nice.
That from day one,
No,
like, David,
yeah, exactly.
like, I just think, like, that's even weird, too.
Yeah, it's still weird. I just think it's a different dynamic than, like,
Yeah, that is very Lady Goes Down. Season 2, she did do that to Eloise, which I kind of got that because the queen thought she was, and the only reason she's going to prove
but there's other ways to do it.
No, Penelope, kind of an awful character in the first 2 seasons. Like, she's kind of awful, and I'm kind of like, why were they so quick to forgive her? I would not be, because like the whole point.
Jesus Christ, we're gonna have to just fucking find this on Twitter, okay? I can't fucking find it. And I tried to scour through this thing. It's just, this is a really ungodly, boring episode. I mean, they're not, none of them are good, okay? I think the best episode of Just Trish was her and her sister hanging out, okay? Trish being a slime ball to her sister, trashing her sis. Let's go to Twitter. Let me pull this thing up. It might not even have been on this episode. But I know I think I liked the tweet, so I'll be able to find it that way, I think. Hopefully I can see my likes still. Likes. Only you can see them. Okay, good. Keep it secret. Keep it safe. Fuck. I have to go to this. Goddamn. It's got to be on the wifey's page or something. Trisha Land wifey's. Maybe it's on here. What's this?
I thought we canceled Fishy.
No, that's not it. Criminy. Okay, folks, just hold on. We're going to find it. Harmful. Where is this fucking thing at? I thought I liked the video. Okay. Dead air. Dead air. Is it somebody I follow? Is it somebody I follow? It's got to be somebody that follows me or something. It popped up. I go to my followers. And now we look. I think I'm pretty sure it's one of my followers. I posted it. Okay, great. Now I can't fucking find it. Well, that's it. I don't know where to fucking find this video. Oh my god, what the fuck is this? I'm very glad I don't have... This is why I don't pull up Twitter whenever I do these types of searches, because I immediately see like just a picture of Trish porn just popping up. God, where the fuck is it at? Oh, doo. Let's see. It's like Behemoth or something. Maybe I follow the person. They don't follow me. Okay. Folks, hope everybody's having a good evening. Oh, maybe it's this one. Finneland. I don't know. All right, well, I can't find it. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Trisha Paytas posted, it's from her podcast, just one of the recent episodes where she's talking about how she, see, I can't even look. I was going to try to scour through the likes. Let me see if I can find it. Oh. Send it. Okay, you sent it in Discord. Where's my phone? Okay, here it is. It's a nice little coverage of Trisha doing her cucking Moses out. Just another display of how terrible and garbage Moses is. Oh, okay. And I do follow this person. Okay. Let me pull this up. Oh, it's in Trishy land. Okay. Oh my fucking god, son of a bitch! What is it? Oh, it's a fucking community. Looking for the wrong thing. All right, so there it is right here. It's fucking criminy.
I feel like
that.
you know what I mean. Like I feel like guys, I like don't care. Like
Okay, I don't know where this is at on here, but
nervous around girls. So I was like, maybe more like leaning into like lesbian side because I feel like
that.
you know what I mean. Like I feel like guys, I like don't care. Like whatever. Like if it's a I find guys attractive and hot, obviously, but it's just like girls, I actually get nervous and like I stutter. I can't talk about anything I did, but I did do a project with like this actual beautiful girl. Like she was just so pretty and so skinny and so beautiful and so famous at that too. But I was just like looking at her and I I couldn't.
So Trisha's married with Moses. Moses is doing his typical, like, I'm just going to sit back here and count the fucking, the inside of my eyelid veins. Have nothing to say.
Like leaning into.
Now we've seen this before. Trisha Paytas has, gone on the record having one hell of a damn, sexual desire towards The Weeknd, the artist that she just learned about 3 months ago,
Like
allegedly.
lesbian side.
So, like, he's been cucked left and right. It's not a shock.
Because I feel like,
that.
you know what I mean? Like, I feel like guys, I like don't care. Like, whatever. Like, if it's I find guys attractive and hot, obviously, but it's just like girls, I actually get nervous and like I stutter. I can't talk about anything I did, but I did do a project with like this actual beautiful girl. Like, she was just so pretty.
So I'm assuming this is a porn project, right? I mean, what is the project if you can't talk about it? I mean, there's nothing really like on the secret fucking top secret basis with Trish, especially if she's not gabbing about it, releasing the secrets. I don't know if Trisha did one of her lick sessions.
And so skinny and so beautiful and so famous at that too. But I was just like looking at her and I I couldn't speak. She was asking me like personal questions.
And then Moses is over here. At this point, he's just like lucky he has all of Trisha's credit cards on him at all times. I think that he's definitely just here. They don't have sex, right? They sleep in separate beds. They don't even, it's just the reproduction that Trisha needed him for. And, the fact that he cleans up everything. He is the assistant.
And stuff like that, like about
So he's not really like, this isn't even the worst part. He's got to sit there from across the room and look across the room and look at this tarnation over here. This I'm talking like ginormous, humongous, like, megalodon type of leg.
my life. And I literally like forgot and I kept thinking like I don't know what it was, like I forgot, like she'd be like, oh, how did you meet your husband? And I forgot. So then I kind of caught myself like making up a story, but I was like, but
So Trisha, is so blown away and like lightheaded from meeting some hot girl. Okay, she talks about how she's never had that effect with a guy before. It's only girls like fucking put her on that type of like level of thinking, that wave of thinking. And I think there's more to that. I think Trisha's constantly like living in a land of torment. When she looks in the mirror, she sees the monstrosity in front of herself. So anybody that like gives her attention, talks to her, you know, she just thinks that, you know, they think the same of her. Right now, she's so flustered from this girl talking to her and asking her questions. And, like, you know, you'd think, like, the love of your life. Oh, the person I married. You know, you'd think you'd know the fucking story on how you guys met. She can't remember it. She's fucking, you know, lightheaded.
But I don't want to.
Okay, she's dazzled, you know, spinning topsy-turvy off of, like, some girl in front of
What if
her.
we become friends? And
Okay, shyer than hell.
like, you know what I mean? Like, and I was like, I don't know. And then asked.
I mean, how the fuck do you forget how you met Moses? Oh, you think it's a dig at H3? Could be, but I mean, like, it's inevitable. They're like, oh, that's Gila's brother. And she's like, okay. Shaking and shit.
His names I forgot. Like, I was like actually forgetting. And I was like, it was only because she was like so beautiful and so perfect. Like,
And then say it now, just so you don't make him feel like, you know, like he's, like, I'm talking about, like, this in his pants. This is what it probably looks like, this little disgusting little mushroom, okay? Pathetic. You know, Moses with his 5'7" isn't blowing anybody away.
literally flawless, and I couldn't stop staring. And I've never felt like that with a guy. I've never like stuttered on my words, and never once. And I think we were talking about. Maybe I was talking about this in Bridgerton. There's a scene when Jonathan Bailey comes out of the water.
Oh, it's the Bridgerton. Okay, so look at this right here. This is unappealing as hell. Her stomach's beyond the
And both the girls are just staring, and I was like, "That's so unrealistic." I've never stared at a guy. I've never stared at a guy's body. I've never been like, oh, "That body," you know what I mean? But girls, like, I actually have, like, I literally like catch myself staring, and I just like, I don't know, it's like really weird. So then I was trying to think, I'm like, I don't know, maybe I like suppressed exploring more girl stuff because like I was like, oh, I'm just not good at having sex with girls or whatever. So maybe.
Wow, so she's like in her mind, she's like, you know what? Let's start having sex with. Trisha's over here just pontificating, you know, speaking out loud like her desire. She's like, you know, I think it's about time I crack that barrier. Okay, I go out here and start dating again.
So then I was trying to think, I'm like, I don't.
You know, why isn't Moses being like, yo, what the fuck are you talking about? We have kids together.
No,
maybe we don't need to be married.
Like suppressed, exploring more girl stuff because like I was.
Because, like, you know, she's excited to start exploring more girl stuff.
Like, suppressed exploring more girl stuff because, like, I was like, oh, I'm just not good at having sex with girls or whatever. So maybe that's it. But I'm like, maybe, I don't know. Anyways, that's a whole other thing. But then I was having this, like, crisis because I was thinking, like, maybe I'm, like, more attracted to girls. Because I've never once found a guy.
Wow. And, like, you know, Moses is over here probably crying, becoming a giant teardrop, turning into his final form water, his other persona. She's like, maybe I just, like, you know, it's about time. Moses, get the fuck out of the house.
But then I was having this, like, crisis because I was thinking, like, maybe I'm, like, more attracted to girls. Because I've never once found a guy attractive off the bat.
Moses is just over here, like, spinning, right? He's about to throw up. He feels like he's on, like, one of these fucked up, like, spinning around rides that he was, like, stuck on for hours.
Like, it has to be, like.
He doesn't know if he's going to make it out. This is the type of shit that makes somebody's stomach drop, and you're like, Yo, what the fuck,
Like their personality
dog?
or something that draws me in. But
like, we're this happy family, remember? And you're over here being like, yeah, I don't even love that motherfucker,
girls,
man. I've never liked him.
How interesting.
And I've always been like,
Hey,
kind
Moses, come on over here.
like hater on girls. Like my life, I was never like a girl's girl until like a few years ago. I was definitely like, I don't like girls. Girls are jealous. Girls are whatever. And then I was just like, maybe I was like pushing it away or something, or suppressing it, because when I saw this girl,
and then you hear Oscar. Wow, he's over here fucking straight up.
I was just like,
you know, agreeing. Kenny Pham says Trisha Paytas is biased. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I was like dying. I was like kind of gagging, and we had a.
But Trisha Paytas is everything. We have to remember that she is a salad bowl of, a concoction of bullshittery. She lives in this dimension where she's like pretending to be 100 different things all at once. You know, she's actually pretended she had personality disorder. She's got a video. She's mental health care. I know, we need to rush her. Get her a fucking shot of whatever can get her off the pills. Okay, calm her down. Get her into an asylum. Have her, like, bounce around the pillow room. Hours and hours. Give her shock treatment.
I had to do like a stunt and whatever, and I was doing like the stunt and
But like, she's got a video of her. Imagine having a multiple split personality disorder, where you fucking you are able to catch it. Okay, you know how hard it is to catch a fucking Sasquatch on film. Imagine actually knowing the second you're about to change into a different person, setting the camera down to film yourself in the kitchen, stall out, become a different person, start getting ice out of the ice maker, turn around at the camera like you don't know where you're at, and then pretend it's a real occurrence.
and like I just didn't want to like
This is the type of person this is the type of fibbery magic we're dealing with. This is an actor.
embarrass myself in front of her. Like I was like, I'm gonna just
How
do it.
interesting.
Yeah, it was a really I was very conflicting. I was like, this is
So, like, if you're able to do that, you're able to embarrass yourself like this on the internet, you could probably definitely pull off a fucking 4 or 5, however long they've been married, pull off like a 5-6 year, whatever the years in between, like the frenemies, 3-4 years that they've been married, pull it off long enough to, get some kids out of the deal. Okay? Generate cash. It's helped her pockets. This point in her life, like she's more, living in her car than hanging out with the family at the house. She's always in the car eating and eating and eating. Well, Moses babysitting. So at this point, Trisha's learned that she's getting older and everybody's getting exhausted of her Target videos and eating videos. Before the podcast, she was very, very obsessed with having this kid. Had the kid, the video did no numbers. So much, her numbers were so bad on that fucking first birth video that she pinned it to her YouTube. So every time you clicked on it, she would get a view from it. And it's barely over 1 million. Spread the word. And now her second one that she did, her grand vlog of her having a baby, how excited we are to see that. No fucking way, okay? Get out of town with that shit. Nobody's watching it.
this is so odd and yeah. Anyways, so that's
What just happened here? We had a ghost hand just touch her and she squished out of the way. Look at this.
embarrass myself in front of her. Like I was like, I'm gonna just
How
do it.
interesting.
Yeah, it was a really I was very conflicting. I was like, this is so odd and yeah. Anyways, so
What the fuck kind of craziness just happened there? What was that, dude? A ghost? So while Trisha's having one of these telling Moses in front of all the podcasts that she doesn't even fucking like him anymore. His days are numbered. Pack your bags. Okay? She's got a lady on the mind.
I was very conflicting. I was like, this is so odd.
She's not into him. My point was what's to say that Trisha wouldn't out of spite just stay with Moses because of the Ethan Klein pizza video. Remember she got mad because the pizza wasn't there and quit the show? Okay? Got so pissy, so hungry. She had a meltdown on the Frenemy show, which, thank God. How much more of that could people handle? While, fucking Ethan's looking dreadful with that stupid fucking Gomez or whatever he was dressed like, some Addams Family creature.
Yeah. Anyways,
Uncle Fester. So I wouldn't be shocked if Trisha's that insane that she just pull off a 3-4 year marriage, have 2 kids out of it, and not even like Moses. Just put on one of her greatest acting gigs ever.
I just didn't want to embarrass myself
Also, she's having a fucking psycho moment where she's things out of the ordinary are touching her. Okay, nothing's there.
in front of her. Like I was like, I'm gonna just
How
do it.
interesting.
Yeah, it was a really I was very conflicting. I was like, this is so odd and yeah. Anyways, so that's a whole other thing. But what were we talking about?
Lars Smith.
We don't know. Okay, Oscar's about to bite his tongue off from the Adderall. Look at that fucking face, man. I'd like to throw you in Lake Erie. Allegedly.
I think I would just be.
And she always does this Down syndrome, fucking throwing her head down. What
What were we
is
talking
that?
about?
Nobody thinks that's cute, especially when she does these fake. Look at this face. Look at this fucking guy. Right now, she's nothing's in your ear except for the demon.
I think I would just be. I don't know. Sometimes I just see a body and I'm just like, wow, you're so beautiful. Not that she's more than her body, but
Wow, thinking about a body. Bodies on bodies. Bodies on bodies. All right, I can't go another second. I actually feel like I'm going to die of a heat stroke.